Hello students, today let us continue the basic terms of chemistry. Let us start with molecular formula. Molecular formula of the compound. It is simply called as formula. Formula is the symbolic representation of a molecule. It is also defined as, it is the formula which gives the exact number of atoms of the different elements present in the molecule. Now to explain this, I will take sodium hydroxide as an example. Say the formula of sodium hydroxide is NaOH. In sodium hydroxide, one sodium atom, one oxygen atom and one hydrogen atom is present. Similarly, water. You know the formula of water is H2O. Say in water there are two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom is present. Therefore, the molecular formula of water is H2O. Another acid we will consider, sulfuric acid. It is the king of acids. Sulfuric acid. See, the molecular formula of sulfuric acid is H2SO4. It indicates that two hydrogen atoms, one sulfur atom and four oxygen atoms are present in the molecule of sulfuric acid. Next, how to write the formula of a compound. To write the formula of a compound, we should know the basic knowledge of cations and anions. What are cations? The positively charged ions are called cations. The negatively charged ions are called anions. Now I will list out some of the cations and some of the anions. Na plus ion, K plus ion, Ca2 plus ion, Al3 plus ion, Mg2 plus ion. These are the examples for some of the cations. Now we will consider anions. Cl minus ion, Br minus ion, SO4 2 minus ion, OH minus ion, PO4 3 minus ion. It is called phosphate ion. Chloride ion, bromide ion, sulfate ion, hydroxyl ion and phosphate ion. Now we have to combine these cations and anions to get the formula of a molecule. Let us consider Na plus ion and Cl minus ion. To write the formula of a compound, we have to cross multiply like this. The charge on the anion is written below the cation and the charge on the cation should be written below anion. So the formula of sodium chloride is NaCl. If same numbers are there, then we should not write that. So the formula of sodium chloride is NaC. Next, K plus ion and SO4 2 minus ion. How to write the formula of this potassium sulfate? The combination of potassium ion and sulfate ion gives potassium sulfate, and the formula of potassium sulfate is, first you have to write cation, then you have to write anion. Say charge on the cation is 1 and charge on the anion is 2. We have to interchange by ignoring sign. So charge on the anion is 2, therefore we have to write K2SO4. Similarly, we will take aluminium ion and sulfate ion. Now we have to write the formula of aluminium sulfate. AlSO4. Now how to write the formula? We have to interchange the charge. The charge on the anion is 2, therefore we have to write 2. We have to put a bracket here because here 2 elements are present, therefore we have to put a bracket, and then we have to write the charge on the cation below anion. So the formula of aluminium sulfate is Al2SO4 thrice. Next, we will consider Mg2 plus ion and Cl minus ion. The combination of Mg2 plus ion and Cl minus ion gives magnesium chloride. The formula of magnesium chloride is, say charge on the magnesium ion is 2, that we have to write below anion chloride ion, therefore Cl2. See, charge on the chloride ion is -1, that we should write below magnesium it is 1, therefore no need to write that. So the formula of magnesium chloride is MgCl2. Next, calcium phosphate we will write Ca2 plus ion, phosphate ion, PO4 3 minus ion. The formula of calcium phosphate is calcium phosphate ion. It is the polyatomic ion, therefore we have to put a bracket, and charge on the calcium ion is +2, therefore we have to write 2 here, and charge on the phosphate ion is -3, we have to ignore the sign, therefore we have to write it as Ca3PO4 twice. In this way you have to write the formula of a compound. Next, types of chemical reactions. First type of chemical reaction is combination reaction. Two elements combine together to give you a product. Such reactions are called combination reaction. Here combination takes place, therefore the reaction is called combination reaction. For example, carbon reacts with oxygen giving rise to carbon dioxide. Carbon is combined with oxygen giving rise to carbon dioxide. So the reaction is called combination reaction. Next, magnesium reacts with nitrogen giving rise to magnesium nitride. The formula of magnesium nitride is Mg3N2 because the valency of magnesium is +2, valency of nitrogen in magnesium nitride is -3. Therefore, the formula of magnesium nitride is Mg3N2. Now we have to balance this equation. It is very important. In the inorganic reaction, without balancing the reaction, you will not get any marks. So for balancing, we have to write 3Mg. This is the example for combination reaction. You studied this, please recall. Next, decomposition reaction. In the decomposition reaction, breakdown of the compound into smaller fragments takes place. Example for decomposition reaction is decomposition of calcium carbonate. If you heat the calcium carbonate, it splits into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Next one, decomposition of potassium chlorate. If you heat potassium chlorate in the presence of manganese dioxide, then decomposition of this potassium chlorate takes place and you will get potassium chloride and oxygen. For balancing, 2 KClO3, 2 KCl. Now we have to balance the number of oxygen atoms. In the left hand side, that is the reactant side, totally 6 oxygen atoms are there. The right hand side, only 2 oxygen atoms are there. To balance this, I have to write 3 oxygen molecules. So, the decomposition reaction is a reaction during which the breakdown of compound into smaller fragment takes place. Next type of reaction is displacement reaction. In the displacement reaction, one element displaces another element from its compound. There are 2 types of displacement reaction: metal displacement reaction and non-metal displacement reaction. I will give you the example. Magnesium reacts with hydrochloric acid, giving rise to magnesium chloride with the liberation of hydrogen gas. For balancing, I have to write 2HCl here. Now, say magnesium displaces hydrogen from hydrochloric acid. Hydrogen is a non-metal, therefore this reaction is called non-metal displacement reaction. Magnesium displaces hydrogen from hydrochloric acid, giving rise to magnesium chloride with the liberation of hydrogen gas. To represent gas, we have to write upward arrow mark. Another type of displacement reaction, when zinc is treated with copper sulfate solution, then zinc displaces copper from copper sulfate solution, giving rise to zinc sulfate and copper. See here, the displacement of the metal takes place, therefore this reaction is called metal displacement reaction. This reaction is called metal displacement reaction. So, there are 2 types of displacement reaction: metal displacement and non-metal displacement. First example is the example for non-metal displacement reaction because displacement of non-metal takes place. Second example is the example for non-metal displacement reaction. Here, displacement of the metal takes place. Second example is the example for metal displacement. Displacement of metal from other element takes place. So, here zinc displaces copper from copper sulfate solution. Next, double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. In a double displacement reaction, exchange of cations and anions takes place. See, I will give you the example. Hydrochloric acid is treated with silver nitrate solution. Is treated with silver nitrate solution. Then we will get a white precipitate of AgCl and nitric acid. Now we will consider the cations and anions present in the reactant side. H plus ion, Cl minus ion. Positively charged ion is cation, negatively charged ion is anion. In AgNO3, Ag plus is the cation and NO3 minus is the anion. In the product side, the silver chloride, Ag plus ion, Cl minus ion, nitric acid, H plus ion and NO3 minus ion. Say, along with hydrogen, Cl minus ion is there in the reactant side. In the product side, that Cl minus ion is present along with silver chloride. So, anion is exchanged. Say, next, in AgNO3, Ag plus ion is present along with silver nitrate, but in the product side, it is present along with Cl minus ion. Therefore, exchange of cations and anions takes place. Such a reaction is called double displacement reaction. Next, acid-base reactions. These acid-base reactions are also known as neutralization reaction. Fifth type, acid-base reaction. I will consider strong acid, hydrochloric acid. When hydrochloric acid is treated with the sodium hydroxide, it gives sodium chloride and water. Acid reacts with the base, giving rise to salt and water, and such reactions are called neutralization reaction. Another example, potassium hydroxide reacts with the sulfuric acid, giving rise to potassium sulfate and water. Here potassium hydroxide is a base, sulfuric acid is an acid, and the salt formed during this reaction is potassium sulfate. Acid reacts with the base, giving rise to salt and water. These are the different types of chemical reactions. Next, we will study types of chemical bonds. Types of chemical bonds. First type is ionic bond. Ionic bond is formed by the complete transfer of electrons from one atom to another atom. The atom which loses electron gets positive charge and atom gains electron gets negative charge. Say the example for ionic compound is sodium chloride. How sodium chloride is formed? Sodium, the atomic number of sodium is 11. The electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. The valence shell of sodium contains only one electron. It is transferred to chlorine atom and an ionic bond is formed in between sodium atom and sodium ion and chloride ion. Ionic bond is the electrostatic force of attraction between the positively charged ion and the negatively charged ion. Now we will write the electronic configuration of chlorine: 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Say the 3s electron of sodium atom is transferred to chlorine atom and chlorine atom is converted as chloride ion and sodium is converted as Na plus ion and positive charge and negative charge is developed in between the atoms, and there is an electrostatic force of attraction between the positively charged ion and the negatively charged ion, and an ionic bond is formed in between the sodium ion and cation. Therefore, ionic bond is formed by the complete transfer of one or more electron to other atom, and it is the electrostatic force of attraction between the positively charged ion and the negatively charged ion. Next, covalent bond. Covalent bond is formed by the sharing of pair of electrons. Sharing of pair of electrons. To explain this, I will take hydrogen molecule as an example. It is the simplest molecule. How hydrogen molecule is formed? You know, the electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1s1. The hydrogen atom contains only one electron. One electron of one hydrogen atom shares with one electron of another hydrogen atom and forms a bond in between the two hydrogen atoms. This covalent bond is represented by using solid line, and covalent bond is usually formed by the sharing of pair of electrons. In between the two atoms there is a covalent bond, and for the bond formation one atom contributes one electron and another atom contributes one electron. Sharing of pair of electrons takes place and a covalent bond is formed in between the atoms. The next type of bond is coordinate bond. During the formation of coordinate bond also, sharing of pair of electrons takes place, but the two electrons shared is contributed by the single atom only. Such type of bond is called coordinate bond. During the formation of coordinate bond, sharing of pair of electrons takes place. Two electrons are shared, pair of electrons are shared, and that shared electron is contributed by a single atom only. But in the case of covalent bond, sharing of pair of electrons takes place. One atom shares one electron and another atom shares one electron, and sharing of pair of electrons takes place and a covalent bond is formed in between the two atoms. But here, sharing of pair of electrons takes place, but the paired electron is contributed by single atom only. I will give you the example, then you will understand it better. Cupramonium ion. Cupramonium ion. In cupramonium ion, copper is the central atom. For the formation of cupramonium ion, nitrogen atom of the ammonia molecule donates lone pair of electrons to copper 2 plus ion, and a coordinate bond is formed in between the ammonia molecules and copper 2 plus ion. The atom which donates a pair of electron is nitrogen. Therefore, arrow mark should start from nitrogen and it should end with copper. Say there are 4 coordinate bonds are present in one molecule of cupramonium ion. See, 4 ammonia molecules are there. Nitrogen atoms present in the ammonia molecule donates a pair of electron to copper 2 plus ion, and 4 coordinate bonds are formed in between ammonia molecule and copper 2 plus ion. The next type of bond is hydrogen bond. hydrogen bond is the attractive force that binds hydrogen atom and more electronegative elements. I will give you the example. Hydrogen fluoride. Hydrogen, for the formation of hydrogen bond, hydrogen atom must be there in the molecule, and another element present should be a most electronegative element. Halogens are most electronegative element. So I will take this hydrogen fluoride molecule as an example. In hydrogen fluoride molecule, in between the hydrogen and fluorine there is a covalent bond. Now the fluorine atom of one hydrogen fluoride molecule attracts hydrogen atom of the another hydrogen fluoride molecule, and hydrogen bond is formed in between the fluorine atom of one hydrogen fluoride molecule and hydrogen atom of the another hydrogen fluoride molecule. And like this way, so many hydrogen bonds are formed in between the hydrogen atom of one hydrogen fluoride molecule and fluorine atom of the another hydrogen fluoride molecule. There are two types of hydrogen bond: intermolecular hydrogen bond and intramolecular hydrogen bond. If the hydrogen bond is formed in the same molecule, then such hydrogen bond is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. That means within the molecule, if the hydrogen bond is formed, then such hydrogen bond is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. Here, in between the different hydrogen fluoride molecules, the hydrogen bond is formed. Therefore, this hydrogen bond is called intermolecular hydrogen bond. Intermolecular hydrogen bond. Now, where intramolecular hydrogen bond is formed? Orthonitrophenol In orthonitrophenol, nitrogen atom of the nitro group, oxygen atom of the nitro group attracts hydrogen atom of the OH group, and a bond is formed in between the oxygen atom and hydrogen atom, and a bond is formed within the molecule. Therefore, this type of hydrogen bond is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. The last type of chemical bond, that is van der Waals forces of interaction. Van der Waals forces of interaction. It is a weak force of interaction. To explain this, I will take graphite as an example. Graphite is used in the manufacture of pencil. Say you are using pencils, you are applying pencil on paper. Then what happens? Some of the graphite layers are left on your paper itself. Why this some of the graphite layers are left on your paper? Because in between the graphite layers there is a weak force of interaction, that is van der Waals forces of interaction. So van der Waals forces of interaction is a very weak force of interaction, and that interaction may be break very easily. Example is graphite layers. Thank you.